Hey everybody, it's Double Moms, and in today's episode, we're going to take a look at Missfresh Limited, ticker symbol MF, a share purchase agreements future acquisition China stock play. MF is a microfloat stock with only 6.84 million shares. But before we begin, if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Set notifications on so you don't miss any episodes, and like and share. Also, let me begin by saying we are not financial or stock advisors, and we are not giving stock or financial advice. This episode is for entertainment purposes only. Da 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 da. Hey! Always do your own due diligence. If you want access to our private Discord so that you can get our pre-market picks early, the link is in the description. We pick a lot of bangers a lot of times. We called MF, the stock which is the topic of this video, at 5:47 a.m. on Friday, August the 4th, 2023 at 67 cents. That day, it went up 412% to a high of $2.72. Now, on the same day, we also called a baby runner that only went up 100%. That was ticker symbol USM. We just made different. And the early bird gets the cash. By the way, we've also included a link to our membership website program, which also includes all of our incredible stock picks and over 380 episodes of material on how we find and trade stocks, how we read candlestick patterns, how to read key levels, how to use critical indicators, and much, much more. Of course, there are no guarantees that you will succeed in trading stocks if you join our membership site or not. But we share with you how we trade and what has been working for us. So let's get into it with Missfresh Limited, ticker symbol MF, which is located in Beijing, China. It is a publicly traded NASDAQ consumer staple fresh produce company in China with a $172,735 market cap and 1,429 employees. Missfresh Limited operates as an online and offline integrated on-demand retail company in China. It operates a community retail digital platform which offers fresh produce such as fruits and vegetables, meat, eggs, aquatic products, and dairy products, and fast-moving consumer goods as well, which includes snack foods, light food, cereals, oil, wine, drink, fast food, and light food through online e-commerce platform and distributed mini warehouse networks. The company also sells its products through vending machines. The company was founded in 2014 and is based in Beijing, China. Now, let's look at MF's most recent news. On June 14th, 2023, Missfresh announced receipt of a minimum bid price notice from NASDAQ, indicating that for the last 30 consecutive business days, the closing bid price for the company's American depository shares were below the minimum bid price of $1 per share requirement set by NASDAQ. On August 3rd, Missfresh announced entry of 2 share purchase agreements also for financing and a business acquisition. And today, it announced that it entered into 2 share purchase agreements with 2 investors, one agreement for financing and another share purchase agreement with MeJoy Infinite Limited to its shareholder and its shareholder to purchase MeJoy. The entry of the share purchase agreements for financing and the share purchase agreement for business acquisition and the transactions contemplated have been approved by the board of directors of MF. Under the share purchase agreements for financing, the investors agreed to subscribe 5,400,000,000 Class B ordinary shares of the company for a total purchase price of $27 million, subject to the satisfaction of certain closing conditions. Upon the completion of the transactions under the share purchase agreements for financing, the new investors will hold 5,400,000,000 Class B ordinary shares of the company, representing 88.1% of the company's total issued and outstanding shares. Each of the investors has agreed to irrevocably and fully delegate the voting rights of all shares issued pursuant to the share purchase agreements for financing to Mr. Zheng Xu, the chairman of the board and the chief executive officer of the company. Under the share purchase agreement for business acquisition, the company agrees to purchase all ordinary shares of Missfresh Infinite Limited, held by its shareholder, at an aggregate purchase price of $12 million in cash, subject to the satisfaction of certain closing conditions. This acquisition is planned to be closed within 45 business days after the satisfaction or waiver of the closing conditions, or at such other time as agreed in writing by the relevant parties. Upon the closing of the share purchase agreement for the business acquisition, the company will start to provide customized digital marketing solutions and services. Missfresh Infinite Limited is a digital marketing solution provider incorporated in Hong Kong. Missfresh assists clients in delivering their online marketing campaigns to engage their target customers and drive higher growth of the clients' businesses. Now, the price of MF stock was pushed upward 412% on August 4th, 2023 with this news, and its microfloat of only 6.84 million shares. This could potentially keep the price moving upward next week and beyond as more news comes out regarding the completion of the business acquisition of Missfresh Infinite Limited. Friday's volume was approximately 130 million shares, which is about 10 times greater than the 10-day average volume. The finance and acquisition news brought a lot of eyes on this latest China-Hong Kong stock. Often with these low-float China stocks where there is a news and a surge in volume, it is very common to see a parabolic multi-bagger runner. That's exactly what we saw on August 4th with MF. And we were right there to alert our private Discord members about it before the big parabolic four-bagger move. We called it in our private Discord at 5:47 a.m. on August 4th at 67 cents. And later that day, in after hours, it hit a high of $2.72, a 412% run. We are just made different. A fact is a fact. Now, pullbacks and price action would be reasonable to expect, but a continuation of price increase is also very possible. We will be keeping an eye on MF. Always remember now, we are not stock or financial advisors, and this should not be interpreted as stock or financial advice. This is just our opinion. Please always do your own due diligence. Now, as we said earlier, if you want access to our private Discord so you can get our pre-market picks early, the link is in the description, folks. We pick a lot of bangers a lot of times. We're just made different, and the early bird gets the cash. Now, by the way, we've also included a link to our membership website program, which also includes all of our incredible stock picks and over 380 episodes of material on how we find and trade stocks, how we determine our entry and our exit points on trades, how to read candlestick patterns, how to read key levels, how to use critical indicators, and much, much more. Now, of course, there are no guarantees that you will succeed in trading stocks if you join our membership site or not. But we share with you how we trade and what works for us. In conclusion, Missfresh Limited, MF, is a publicly traded NASDAQ company that is in the consumer staple fresh produce sector. MF is a company we will be watching in the coming week. With the right continued increase in volume, we believe it could be conducive for momentum parabolic day trading. Now, will MF run parabolic again next week? It will need continued volume, and more news wouldn't hurt. But who knows for sure? We are still in a choppy market, folks. Of course, we would need to see continued volume before we actually day trade the stock. This is not advice. We are not pros. It's just my opinion, and I will have MF on my watch list. It's Double Moms, and I will see all of you on the flip side.